hung out there more than
Will
anything.
is the owner of a small business here in town.
During COVID-19, how's that been?
Oh, it's fucking fine, man. Everything's good.
Welcome to the Beacon House Podcast, recorded live in Knoxville, Tennessee.
All right, guys, I got a new cure only for Tennesseans for the coronavirus. Butt-chugging bleach.
It's very on topic.
Listen, hear me out. No sarcasm, no jokes. Butt-chug bleach cures the coronavirus.
If anyone was going to know how to do it, it'd be us down here. We are the butt-chugging capital of the world.
Professionals.
Funnel, get a tubing, a clear tubing, a bottle of bleach, and a UT frat, and butt-chug that bleach.
We start on campus.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You're going to have to put a disclaimer at the front of this, Spencer.
Nope.
No, you don't. When have we ever put a disclaimer? Butt-chug bleach, and if you actually do it, perfect. That's Darwinism at its finest.
If not, you're a
Oh,
socialist.
there you go.
Feel the burn with butt-chugging bleach.
Will's got to get with the times. We're okay with socialism. We're down with that now. It's communism. That's what we
Man, I
still
can never
hate.
keep up.
Hunter, come over here and let me sniff your hair. Let me do it
It's-
old
it's
creepy
good.
Uncle Joe style.
Okay, here you go.
You're way too old for him.
Diabetes.
Fuck.
Hey, he's a
don't
pedophile,
buy
man.
glasses.
It's fine.
Wait, what?
It's no
I
big
missed
deal.
something. What
Yeah,
happened?
it's fine. Our two fucking...
Well, just think, even if you didn't avoid the coronavirus by butt-chugging the bleach, just think how great your asshole would look.
Perfect.
Ready for porn.
I got nothing. Hey, welcome to the Beacon House Podcast, everybody.
Get rid of those fire marbles.
If anybody's still listening,
Fire marble.
You never had a hemorrhoid before?
No.
Really?
Oh, lucky
an
you.
asteroid.
I'm 32 years old, man. Come on.
I'm 31 and I have them.
That's not a hemorrhoid. That's herpes.
No, that's a hemorrhoid.
No. Hemorrhoids don't start until you're like 90, right, Spence?
What? Spencer, let's talk about hemorrhoids again.
Yeah, he had his first one last year.
Did he?
we almost were on to
So, yeah,
we were
no.
almost talking about herpes. Let's go to that.
Would you let Kim Jong-un's hot sister give you herpes?
Tomorrow.
Man.
Casey, tell us about your new girlfriend that's about to take over North Korea.
you,
there,
you mean Kim Jong-un's hot sister?
yeah. What do you?
Man. I mean, listen. I didn't know Kim Jong-un had a sister. She's hot.
She's definitely-
She's a gosh darn smoke show is what she is.
dude?
And not like the smoke that they drop on their people.
I know. And she's about to take over because he's dead.
Like 1 to 10 on the dictator scale. How hot is she?
Dictator
I mean-
or dictator?
Both.
I mean,
we'll do both. Hold on. So dictator first.
All right, so if I'm going to dictator, I'd say probably you have 1 being the most dictated or 10 being the most
like
dictated.
certainly she's the hottest dictator on the planet.
Treat it like inches.
I don't know, man, because Stalin was kind of
Yeah,
like he was the
alive.
Italian stallion,
Current.
you know?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm just at this point. I'm just waiting to see where it all goes.
Okay, so
I'm going to pass out.
Across the 38th parallel to start.
so speaking of dictators, did you know that untreated syphilis has somewhere between a 25 and 40% chance of developing into neurosyphilis?
Really? Is that what happened in my butthole?
Did you know that?
Do you have syphilis of the brain?
I really hope this isn't the episode my mom decides to start listening.
I hope
I'm
this is
just
the
glad-
episode everyone decides to start listening.
Guys, welcome to another episode of the Beacon House Podcast. I'm
Wait,
one of your
what is
hosts.
this?
Welcome to another episode of the Beacon House Podcast.
Oh my God, I gotta go.
Wait, what podcast did you think you were
Oh,
on?
sorry, I thought I was somewhere else.
You thought you went somewhere cool.
He thought he was on Rojogan.
No, he thought he was on Party Chat. No, sorry, Jason's not here.
Shit. Well, folks,
We can still play Metroid.
we would like to welcome our guest today to the podcast. You know him, you love him. If you've ever been out to see us in public, you've seen him putting up with our shit. Ladies and gentlemen, Will Bolduc is here.
Hey,
The proprietor.
nice.
The
And you
proprietor.
look Rona free, so it's great.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've got it twice.
Well, if you get it 3 times, we'll know that it's not safe to go back into the water.
Am I right?
My. All right.
So, go ahead and Will give us a little bit of glimpse into what life has been like. I know
COVID-19.
as the proprietor of one of our favorite establishments,
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys have
as
heard us
a-
talk about it for a million times. Will is the owner operator of the Central Depot, where Beacon House has done many live events. We've had all kinds of like meetups there. We've done everything, hung out there more than
Will
anything.
is the owner of a small business here in town.
During COVID-19, how's that been?
Oh, it's fucking fine, man. Everything's good. Never been better. Raking in dough. I'm getting out of debt really soon now, so I gotta go. Man, okay, so
How are those loans?
Lay it on us, buddy.
I don't
Lay it
even
on
know where to begin. It's a nightmare. It's an actual nightmare. Okay, so let's start with some positives real quick. Positives.
I would start with the negatives
I would
and
like to
move.
start with
He's
positives.
going to start.
All right.
Save one positive to
As
finish
the
with.
guest,
Guest.
I'm going to start with positive. My costs are at an all-time low. I'm spending almost no money. I'm not ordering anything because I'm not selling anything. Right? I'm not paying any sales tax because you got it. I'm not selling anything.
Oh, God.
And I'm not paying liquor by the drink tax, Casey,
What?
because I'm not selling anything.
Oh.
We're
see.
doing a call and response.
I see.
I didn't know.
We just did. I mean, you missed it.
I did.
And Casey did as
I'm-
well. He
I
was part of it.
apologize.
But nope. And, my property developer, landlord, has been really good to work with. I'm paying him half of what I owe. It's been fine. Things are good.
It sounds
But wait
like a
a minute.
shit show.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. But I saw a Facebook article where somebody who claimed to be a lawyer writing on legal paper said that we don't have to pay rent.
Who? Where? Oh, somebody on Facebook?
Yeah,
claimed
it was
to be a
on
lawyer?
Facebook.
Oh, is that right? Well, it must be true. It's
Yeah,
done.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I see what you did
Exactly.
there.
I'm going to stop that.
Maybe.
Oh, God. I see what you did
Maybe
there.
the legal. No.
The Facebook legal department.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing, man. And I warned you guys just a couple minutes ago. I've been on one today. I'm
Get it.
very close to
You've
just
come to the right
spiraling
place.
downhill and losing it and saying a bunch of shit that's going to upset people. And I don't want to do that because...
Just do me a favor and just don't start crying because I hate feelings.
But I might.
Don't
More of
expect
this
me to catch you.
MCT coffee and I might cry.
You can cry to me, Will.
So
You and I have both had a lot of weird nights in this building.
no doubt. Oh, man. We can get to that. I mean, when did I meet you? 2005?
Shit. Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And we've been hanging out in this building on and off since then.
It's weird to be back.
So
yeah.
so strange.
So it was very normal for you back in the day to hang out with 15-year-olds because that's when I met you. It was 2005, and I think I was like 14 or 15.
I think it was 19.
Why don't you ask your mom? Sorry.
He said it.
Edit.
God. Said it.
2 fucking days from now, I'm gonna.
Why
be like,
would you say that?
Oh, I wish I could
Spencer,
leave
don't
that
let
in.
Casey do that to you, man. I was 12.
Anyway,
Yeah, so I'm on my way here today. This is relevant news.
lay it on us.
I'm on my way here. My mom calls. Love my mom. She's a great person. She says, "Hey, Will. Hey, how are you? How's your business? Have you been able to apply for any of those loans yet?" She says, "Have you been able to apply for any of those loans?"
Sounds like a very concerned mother.
Now, I'm over 30 days locked down right now. I've been doing to-go orders and carry-out delivery from a cocktail bar, mind you, for the last 30 days. And I was like, yeah, Mom, I've been able to apply for a couple. It's not going well. Turns out that they're not really giving those things out. Who knew?
Can you get into that?
I'm on a Facebook group. I guess I'm in a Facebook group, right? You're not on one of those. You're in one.
You can be whatever you want. It's
With
2020.
a
Whatever you
lot
want.
of
I just know it's full of misinformation.
well, it can be. It cannot be as well. This is a bunch of small business owners in the downtown specific area.
Right.
And there's like 49 of us. Of the 49, I believe 3 have heard back about an SBA or PPP loan, and 1 has been approved. I believe as of today,
Jesus
that was the
Christ.
statistic. So,
But the economy's okay, guys.
yeah, it's fine. It's the best it's ever been. It's the greatest, and we're great again. Congratulations.
Holy shit.
Did it.
I remember I ran into you one time, and this has probably been 2-3 weeks ago, maybe.
Me?
And I saw you, and you were talking about how they had just maybe changed the laws to do to-go orders,
Yeah.
and how literally every like restaurant or bar in the downtown or the old city area is having to like literally reinvent their concept.
Yeah,
and
basically-
figure out a way to either do deliveries or to-go orders, and just figure out a way to somehow stay open through all this stuff. And you guys were right on the cusp of all that.
Yeah, we got at it immediately. There was a mandate passed kind of out of nowhere and overnight that suddenly allowed cocktail bars and bars, all kinds of bars, pubs, breweries, whatever, to
Yeah.
sell alcohol to go in Knoxville.
Right.
And that's kind of all they said. They were like, good luck. Yeah.
Whoa.
Over the next couple weeks, there were some rules laid out. There were it was more publicized, but
Right.
at first it was kind of the Wild West, man. We were like, what do we do? We were learning as we go what we weren't allowed to do. Couldn't sell over a certain amount of liquid to go. So like these half-gallon containers and things were frowned upon, if not illegal,
Shit.
But was there people like they're checking on that? Like were they like there making sure you couldn't?
Not at my place.
Good. Because I know there's a lot of people who are still just like, they're like, you can't do this much, like more than this amount. And people are like, yeah, sure. Here's a gallon of margaritas, and you can go fuck yourself because I need to make my money.
Yeah, I mean, there was a certain amount of that, and I know some people were sticking to it. I am such a little operation and such a new guy to the downtown area that I follow the rules pretty strictly.
It's why we
because
love you.
I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any financial backers, and it's just me. And if I get fined, I don't have any people to pay it for me. So, but yeah, a lot of us were forced to create.
Were there rules
concepts.
about how you had to package it?
Yeah.
Like there's like
Yeah, at first there weren't.
Did they explain these rules?
Like at
least, or
first,
is it
literally, could just go,
arbitrary?
here's
You're supposed to know what the rules are.
Yeah.
So just complicate it.
The ABC board over time released rules and regulations via email. Yeah, I get 200 new emails a day in my business account.
Holy shit.
That's where those emails were going. So they may have been staying fairly up to date day to day with new regulations. I was not aware. I was finding out how things were being regulated from other business owners immediately in the area.
Yeah.
So open container laws did not change. You couldn't stand outside with your beverage and drink it. You couldn't drink it in the car, but you could take it with you as long as it was closed.
Right.
I'm saying was. This is still the case.
Yeah, and what constitutes closed? Just screwed on, or does there have to be a breakable seal?
There has to be a breakable seal.
Right.
In my case, it's been a piece of tape
Right.
over the hole in which the straw goes for
Okay.
the cup. Yeah, I've just been kind of labeling everything by hand and sending it out in essentially soup containers.
Yeah, I know. I went to pick up food somewhere, and I'm not going to say where, but I was given a mixed drink in a mason jar, and there was no seal. It was just screwed together.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, I mean,
Everybody's kind of winging it, man. You have to create these concepts overnight based loosely on something you're already doing.
Yeah.
We're a neighborhood cocktail bar, and we focus on like relaxed cocktails, right? In a
Sure.
kind of just friendly environment. We want you to hang out and talk. Our thing isn't to go food and to go drinks,
Yeah.
That's not ever been my thing. So I've had to create this loose food concept and to go cocktail concept.
and you guys did add some food things to the menu, right?
Yeah, we're doing these really good bagel sandwiches. Like it's tasty.
Yeah.
Did a pretty good job pulling it together. I keep saying we, it's me.
Well, so everybody listening, go fucking get one.
Yeah, man, they're good. So, but I mean, who knows? By the time this podcast is out, everything may be changed.
Well, you know this podcast is going to drop day one of the phased reopening
It's gonna be great.
of
Here's-
things.
The phased clusterfuck?
That's right. Monday, 10 a.m., there's going to be a press conference with our city and county mayors, letting us know information.
One of which we've been trying to get on this podcast forever.
Yeah, send him our way.
The big red machine.
letting
Nice.
him know. I don't know him. Letting us know, small businesses, what we are allowed to do.
Right.
So yeah, I know a lot tomorrow.
And from what I understand, and again, I know some people think that our officials are doing a great job. Some people think they're a piece of shit for wanting to reopen. Some people think that they didn't have their finger on the pulse. Some people think they're only motivated by fun money. We're not getting into any of that. I'm just saying that from what I understand, and I don't know about the governor, I've heard more bad things about the governor than the positive, but from what I understand, a lot of the people, the mayors in surrounding counties, like Sevier County and Knox County and then Anderson County, have gotten together and taken a look at businesses that are operating and been like, well, how are you guys doing it? How are you staying safe? What are you doing? How are you keeping people out? And that's how they've kind of arrived at their guidelines and regulations, supposedly.
That's good to hear because I'm lost. I
Right. They're going to these places that were considered essential and go, how are you keeping people safe? Are you doing masks? Are you doing this? Are you doing what? Are you doing to go? Do you let people in? How, they've studied the way that businesses have stayed safe, and that's how they're kind of generating the rules, I guess, that they're going to give you. But we'll see.
I can only speak for myself, but as a small business owner, I know that they've been fairly horrible at telling us information.
telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've almost no updates,
Yeah.
But
It's
to
been a
be
lot.
clear, you are a small business owner.
I'm in every regard. I'm
Okay.
Yeah, 5'4",
Yeah.
like 140 pounds.
Hey.
Yeah, pasty white, Canadian. I'm the smallest business
Canadian?
owner. Yeah,
Yikes.
no.
Are you Canadian, really?
I mean, my last name's Bolduc.
Fuck, I knew there. Is that how you pronounce your last name? Bolduc?
No, you pronounce it Bolduc because
That's
you're in
what
America.
Yeah, okay.
I've always said Bolduc.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're doing it correctly. It's French Canadian.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hunter was just
I'm
known to
not,
pronounce the word Paul a lot even before he met you.
But hey, on the positive side, Kim Jong-un died.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I
think
He's
this might just be a
vegetative,
bad
at least.
episode season finale of some like weird show that we're on. Because if we don't see a body, I'm not calling it.
Are we
either-
in the new Bandersnatch? Is that what's happening?
That was
Oh my
such
gosh.
a shitty movie. Oh my god, I hated it.
Did
you guys
we are
enjoy
Black
it?
Mirror.
Because
you
season.
didn't choose the right
I refuse to
adventure.
watch it.
No,
it irritated the shit
It
out
was
of me.
awful.
I refuse to watch it.
But yeah, so they're reporting that either Kim Jong Un is fine in a vegetative state or dead. Which aren't we all?
I mean,
And
isn't
if-
a vegetative state also just dead?
No,
It's an
no.
That's
Like-
awfully
like
insensitive,
he
I
can't
Casey.
mean, but aren't dead people just vegetables as well?
Casey.
I
Well,
mean, I
the
don't
brain is dead.
It sounds like the key for a bar is to be serving food.
It depends on who you are, and I am viewing things from two different standpoints. Right, I'm viewing things from the part of me that owns a small business that is dependent on income. Right, I'm a capitalist, really. Then there's the part of me that wants everybody to, I don't know, not die. Right, it's combative. I'm having a hard time with this. So what is better?
both show signs of extreme self-interest.
Right, I know.
You greedy
It's crazy.
bastard.
I know. All I want to do is not die and make money. What's
protect
wrong
the
with
clients.
that?
Hey, sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I don't know what's better. I do know that exponential growth exists and it doesn't just stop on May 1st. I know that
Right.
regarding infection, right? So nothing happens on May 1st. A bubble doesn't form that suddenly keeps everyone from
Because
infecting
I heard
each
on
other.
May
Yes.
1st, we just start looking at the coronavirus and go, no,
No way.
no. And then we
sir.
roll up a newspaper and smack it, and it goes, fuck, fine. And then it leaves, and everybody's fine.
Holy donkey balls! I didn't realize it.
I
but
just had a
that makes
vision
so much
of like
sense.
I just had a picture of like an old guy out on the street literally fighting the virus through the newspaper, and it was hilarious.
No, we have made America great
Maybe
again.
at the
We've
bus
gone
station
back.
there.
We,
Yeah.
Now,
we
let me
can
ask you
just
this.
say no.
Because
just say
I've
no
been
to
seeing
it.
I've been seeing some people, some officials posting things on Twitter telling us
the
how
war on hugs.
the virus is spreading, how many people are getting it, how many active cases, how much up or down it is. Now, that's fine. That's all fine and good. But I really want that to continue.
Correct.
When May 1st rolls around and this thing shoots up exponentially.
Hey, yeah,
'Cause
spoiler, it's not going to
if
continue.
Those, if those tweets quit because that's not going
well,
going
yeah.
for what they're trying to push, I'm gonna be really fucking upset.
As you
my
should.
I want to see
Fair.
it. I want to see it go. Now there's 1,000 cases up from 800 from yesterday, kind of thing. Like that's what I want to see, so we can all go. Maybe we shouldn't have done this.
We know for a fact that Georgia has
Yeah.
already experienced a boom since the reopen.
Yeah,
Have they already done a reopen?
They did
My-
a version of a reopen that
Right.
has
My brother lives in
led to a boom.
Got it.
My
which it
brother
would.
lives in Georgia, and he said that there's still tape on the grocery store floor telling people what to do. People are not wearing masks. They're not wearing gloves. They're not following the tapes on the floor anymore. They're all getting each other's personal space.
Have you been wearing a mask?
The state's reopened. It's fine.
Do you wear one when you go out?
I don't wear a mask.
Okay.
Because I keep my distance from people, period.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Have any of you guys been out wearing
Well,
a mask?
I
out?
also,
wear a
I'm
mask.
also,
You got a
I
mask?
also understand that the mask is more for people who have it, not for people who.
Yeah, I assume I have it. I'm acting that way. I'm just assuming I do.
That's smart.
I have no symptoms other than the fact that like I always feel like shit. It's just how I felt for the last few years. I wake up and go, "Oh, damn it.
I'm awake
Not
again."
again." But
horse shit.
besides that, I feel fine.
God.
I love you.
Just a fucking nightmare, man. Just reoccurring. Does anybody else feel that way? You wake up and you're like, "Fuck, I thought I did this already."
Oh, I've been there for a while. I've been there for a decade. God. I've been there for at least 10 years. So you think that on May 1st, what do you think is going to happen? You think people are going to run back out and everybody's going to get sick?
I think there's going to be a big.
Now,
surge.
keep in mind, a lot of stuff's not opening. A lot of things aren't going to be open.
I know, but I also think that a lot of people think you got to understand. You got to the way how did George Carlin put it? If you think this amount of people are stupid, there's 50% more that are dumber than that.
Yes. And like
So-
Frank Zappa said, he said there's more stupidity than hydrogen in the universe, and
Yeah.
it has a way longer shelf life.
Yeah.
So I would never, ever make a statement undermining the stupidity of the general public, which
Yes.
I include myself in many times. I
And
do a lot
I'm-
of dumb shit.
I'm not underestimating. I'm overestimating. I think people are going to rush out thinking that everything's fine now on
Yeah,
May
they reopened
1st,
so it's safe.
and it's gonna get
Where do
ugly.
you
quick.
think they're going to go?
Fucking Walmart, dude.
Walmart,
What do you-
Target,
what do you mean,
grocery
where are they
store?
gonna
No,
go?
my whole thing is, how's it going to look different on May 1st than it does now?
It's not going to look different on May 1st. It's going to look different a couple weeks
May
from now.
7th. May 7th is where we're going to see
May 8th,
weekend.
You're going to see a big boom because people are going to go to the parks again. They're going to get together with friends at houses. They're
I think
not
it's
gonna
the parks
practice
are still
social distancing.
closed.
Well, I mean, you can still. How are you going to keep people out of a park if people rush it?
No, I get it. I get that. I've seen people
Like if people if people park in a parking lot across the street that's not blocked off and carry all their shit into the park, what are you going to do? Send 4 cop cars and shoo them off? They're still
I
contacting
just don't
each
think
other.
people are going to be rushing parks. Aside from what you were talking, I don't
Boating
think there's
ramps.
going to be.
I think you're going to see like a bunch of
anarchist
people on the lake.
movement of people dive bombing parks.
Yeah,
I think they're like, let me get that fucking grill.
I want to swing.
bag of charcoal.
Let me walk my dog. God damn it.
Freedom at last.
Sandbox.
Pack of hot dogs, you know. Well,
Christ.
I just feel like people are doing that now. Like I've seen people out totally disobeying the stay-at-home order, like playing softball and shit. And I'm
But I
just
have
like,
a feeling there's people who are terrified to go out and do stuff.
they're waiting on somebody to tell them to go
That
out.
somebody
Yes.
that goes May 1st, you can go out, and they're gonna go great.
Oh,
and
it's
then
safe
just
again.
like all these people are
Yes.
just gonna do all this stupid shit.
That is 100% what's going to happen is the
right.
people that hear reopen and not pay attention
And there's
to
gonna
the
be
phase.
businesses who have been hurting who hear 50% capacity and go, "Who's gonna come in and check?"
Yeah,
and then
so-
let more than 50% come in.
Right. In regards to that, no matter what is told to us on Monday regarding
Yep.
can we open or do we have to stay somewhat closed? Are we still leaning on takeout orders? No matter what they say, culturally, downtown Knoxville has to decide something together because nobody's going to be the first bar to reopen. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be the guy that's like, all right, everybody in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kid in class smelling
Skank Banger are
markers.
playing tonight. It's going to be awesome.
Actually, he would just say, "Yeah, let's open it."
Hell yeah.
Oh man.
Fireball.
Dude. Well, I will say this, and you can maybe talk a little bit about this. Something I have seen just on social media, which I hate referring to social media anymore. It's so fucking lame lately.
Well, yeah, but it's
all we've
of
got.
us have.
It's all we've
Yeah.
got. Yeah. A lot of places, just like you, and we talked about this, and I want you to talk about this too, have started doing some like updates to their place while nobody's in there. Like I saw Cool Beans is putting new floors in, and I know they've been working on the pub. Like our friend Sean has been in there painting and doing all kinds of stuff.
Central
and
Flats
you guys
and
are doing.
Taps are doing a lot. Downtown Grill and Brewery or they redid their floors.
Did they?
Yeah, which is
And you
weird.
guys have been doing stuff.
Yeah.
What's going? Tell us what's going on. over at
Man,
Central
I'm
Depot.
just making it so cool. It's going to be amazing. I added a little lounge area. I really did though. I laughed at the wrong time. I'd say I fucking do that.
You
man.
kill me.
No, I added like the one consistent, not complaint, but like, hey, I wish you guys had this. Has been like a comfortable section of the bar because the place is it's comfortable, but it's not like it's cozy, but it's not comfortable.
Someone
right?
asked you for
It's
a
sharp.
lounge chair?
Dude. I got some couches in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Holy shit!
someone's gonna fuck on those.
I got their leather. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Are they going to
man.
be in the dark corner?
Someone's
Yeah,
gonna
Like
fuck
for
on
like
those.
performance nights?
Yeah.
After
Spoiler.
party?
And it's gonna be me.
I already have. Spent a lot of time in there by myself.
Perfect.
You gotta
Sad
sit
but
down,
true.
and Will's like, "Don't flip that cushion." Lounge area, game area.
Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait to get back in there.
I built an office.
No shit.
Yeah. So
Jesus.
above the bathrooms, there's been a little loft storage area that you
Yeah.
probably have never noticed because there's been a black curtain that kind of blends in with the ceiling. I've removed that. Our friend Seth Brillette has built a wall for me.
What a fucking genius.
Our friend Brian Wilkerson, local artist, is muraling out that wall. So I'm getting a new art installation that matches thematically what I've done in there already. And behind that wall is an office for a little troll Will. It's 4.5 feet tall. So I can... Yeah. Have you seen...
Is it? It's behind an alarm clock. Like you have to move a dresser out of the way, and like
It's-
you go through a mouse hole,
It's
and
a
it's like
sliding door. It's
He
a
gave Dobby a
barn
sock.
door. It looks like The Office in Being John Malkovich.
Oh
It's
my
perfect. Yeah.
Does it have a thing where you can look out over the bar?
Yeah.
Oh,
it
of course.
does.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. You're
Yeah.
going to be able to look at, stare at your clientele.
Yeah, it's going to be super weird.
You
But
should get a referee whistle.
Will is watching.
yeah, no doubt. Or I should get like a bullhorn.
Oh, yeah, that's better. That's better.
Or like,
Yeah, yeah.
what are those whistles they used to use in like Nazi Germany? Those,
Foghorn,
yeah.
Oh, man.
maybe. I don't know.
like they use in factories and stuff. It's like
Yeah.
make people know it's
Keeps
time to go
production
home.
up, man.
Yeah,
It's money time. We're back open, people.
Well, dude, I think it's cool that a lot of the places are going to have something new to come back out and see.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what? Do you think people are just taking advantage of the time, or do you think they understand they're going to need to kind of like they're going to have something to like lure people back out because people are going to be so hesitant to go back out.
Definitely both. People are taking advantage of the time if they can. Some people aren't in the financial position to really take advantage of the time, right? So some people are living through it. I, again, have my costs are so extremely low that somehow I'm fine financially. So I'm able to do some improvements and make the place a little better. But yeah, I think we're going to have to lure people back out with the cunning use of drink specials.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Because, I mean, dude, I don't want to go throw myself in a big room of people.
Same. Yeah, 100%. And man, it's just, everybody's talking about, I've got word salad. Everybody's been talking about it with the new normal. Like
Nobody has any idea what this is going to look like.
yeah, they're saying like the world that we knew is gone.
We are going to...
It's not going to go back to the way it was.
No.
We're going to enter a new type of a new social dynamic some way. And what's it going to look like? Like,
I think the first thing you're going to see is movie theaters are going to go out of business now that people know they can just pay $20 and watch the newest movie at home.
Probably right. Which sucks.
And
because
I
I
think-
like
and-
Terrified by
Speak
that.
to
but
that.
Yes.
Speak to
Yes.
that.
I guarantee you AMC, it'll be way before AMC will be the first one to go out of business because I think they've already filed for bankruptcy.
Really?
And
No,
then-
they got a loan at the last minute, but but to that point, they're going to go under first. If it happens, and Casey, 9 out of 10 on this is probably right that they're going to die. They're probably going to have 1 or 2 years of like
Warner Brothers is already looking at
Treading water.
how to digitally bring all their new movies at the best price to your home now. That's what they're looking into.
are you okay with that? You're a big streamer, but you're also a big cinephile. Like cinephile.
I love the experience of watching a movie on the big screen, but there's nothing I can do to stop something like that from happening.
It's true. That's a good point.
There's not I don't have enough money in the world to go to see every movie, and that's still not enough to keep movie theaters open. So I just have to be okay with the change and change with it.
yeah. I'm going to enjoy
I personally
it.
don't enjoy movies on my laptop.
No.
I mean,
No.
that's what TVs are for.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I can kind of hang with watching one on the TV.
You're going to see a
but-
lot of people building home theaters too. You're going to see
Right.
a lot of home theater.
Yeah, I think TV
installations.
sales will skyrocket.
Fuck.
Because,
There's
I mean,
silver
I
lining.
have a TV, but it's like 32 inches.
Yeah, that's not good for Endgame.
No.
Do you think there's going to be like a certain group of people that just don't give a fuck about any of this stuff? Like some of the people I've seen,
They're already there.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
they're everywhere.
I've seen a bunch of those people like coming into my restaurant that are just like they pay with cash, they don't have a mask, they
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
give a
never
fuck. They're just like smoking and touching their face, and they don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
they're all wearing red hats for some reason. It's
And none of them
fucking
have it.
Right. Of course not.
well, that we know,
Beautiful.
But my whole point is that's when you go fucking. You wait as soon as they walk out, you go sanitize everything, get out there, let's go get
The people you
grab
see
the
every
rags.
day are probably the 5 people Glenn Jacobs says caught it brand new every day when he does his update.
My whole point is this: if things don't immediately close, are those people going to be the kings of the world? The ones that are out experiencing everything with no traffic, no lines, no waiting, while everybody else is just in it? Wouldn't that be terrible to think that all the people that are smart and intellectual that are trying to be safe and stay home are just missing out on everything? And all
Mike
these,
Judd called and wants his movie idea back.
oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Jesus Christ, idiocracy. What are you talking about? You're talking about
It's fair.
the stupid
President
people
Macho.
out fucking the smart people?
Man.
Donald Trump is president, by the way. I don't know if you're aware of that. He's an actor.
What's happening?
Not only an actor,
Is he an actor?
A reality TV actor.
Reality TV show guy.
Yeah. Oh, what was I watching last night where he was in the crowd? Zoolander. I was watching Zoolander last night at the bar because I don't have anything to do at my job because we don't sell anything right now. So great. And the camera pans, it's fucking Donald Trump just sitting in the audience on Zoolander.
I mean,
He's everywhere. He's so ingrained into our culture that everybody was like, okay, that's fine if he's president.
it's astounding. It really is. And people are just like, yeah.
Can we go back to Kim Jong Un's hot sister?
She's so hot. Hey, all right.
Like nuclear fire.
Would you move to North Korea tomorrow and sign up for everything that comes with living in North Korea if you were allowed to marry her?
In a heartbeat. Are you kidding me?
You'd get the clean
That's
rice.
like my BDSM dream.
Beat me.
Call her mistress. my safe
Now, I've
word. My
heard-
safe word is real groceries.
Look, I know. Well, wait. First off, is he dead? Is he even dead?
We don't
We
know,
don't know.
man.
We don't
He's
know.
either okay,
Just like any
a
season
vegetable, or dead.
just like we've seen in any TV show season finale, if you don't see a body, you can't prove it.
Fact.
That's actually comic book logic works with North Korea.
And we're living in a fucking movie right now.
We
so,
100% are living in a movie.
Yeah. What's
Dude.
this? We're at the end of a season right now. So I feel like the May 1st,
Yellowstone will erupt, and that'll be the end of the season.
like
Talking about
so
summer.
terrified of that happening.
The night before May. What is tonight? Is tonight the night before May 1st? Is tomorrow May 1st?
No, May
you
1st
got-
is Friday.
If May 1st is Friday,
is
this
today?
is actually
What fucking
gonna drop.
day is it?
This will drop on Thursday. So
I don't know. Oh,
when
it's the 26th. It's
if
alien
people
day,
hear this the day
4/26.
it comes out,
Oh my God. I seriously did not know what day it was right now. Oh, that's the first time that's happened to me since.
if people listen to this the day that it
You're doing
drops,
better than me then.
May 1st will be tomorrow,
Okay. Cool.
which means phase 1 starts tomorrow.
okay.
If you're
So
listening to
that
this on
is
Thursday,
the beginning of
The insurgence of coronavirus in Knoxville.
a season
Oh, sorry.
of whatever this fucking TV show that
Jesus.
we're
That makes
living in.
sense.
Holy my God. What is that? Oh, wow.
For anybody that can't see, we've just seen a gigantic roach. A huge. He doesn't seem to be
Holy
bothered by the
shit.
virus.
Bye, guys.
It's as tall as I am.
I'm out.
Okay, gang. Sorry about that pause. There was a giant dinosaur came crawling up on the table.
Ridiculous.
I think it was a COVID spore.
It was coming right at me.
It's the latest mutated form of
Yeah, have
COVID.
you noticed how huge the insects are getting lately?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
No, I mean, but real the carpenter bees right now
real.
are
Oh, yeah.
absurd. They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
the size of my fist.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Because nothing's bothering them.
Yeah, I saw an ant the size of like my pinky earlier.
Animals. Yeah, animals are thriving outdoors
I have
right
a
now
rat.
without us.
Guys, I think we're shrinking.
Okay, so how we know how I've been affected, right? My business is going to shit, so that's easy. Everybody else, like, how have you been directly affected by this? Directly, not indirectly.
I don't know if I want to say.
I would like to know.
I don't know if I want to go out and say that. Because it's been weird.
What do you mean?
Like, I've got the stimulus check. I filed for unemployment because
Yeah.
I'm furloughed, although I'm going back to work 2 days
Right.
this coming week. And I guess because I'm not out spending and I'm just kind of sitting, nesting.
fine.
You're
saving money.
I have more money in my account than I ever
Cool.
had.
No,
and
that's
it's
great.
Very
That-
fucking weird.
Same.
Okay, so this is
And I feel guilty.
leading to a point I'm going to make in a second. But, well, you know what? I'll say it now. So a problem with businesses in the post-COVID-19 era, immediately after COVID-19, trying to bring back employees that we've laid off,
Right.
they're making
Monster
upwards of
bank.
$825 a week on unemployment right now. Bartenders. Okay.
Are we going to have to pay for that?
Who's we?
Like the people who are making unemployment, aren't we going to have to pay for that when tax return season comes around next
No,
year?
man.
Like,
No,
we're
I've
gonna have to owe?
small businesses
No.
have already.
Well,
paid
you can
for
also
it.
get that
I mean,
taxed.
I pay an unemployment tax monthly. It's
I chose to get mine.
Don't
taxed.
worry, buddy. I've got it covered.
Well, I got mine taxed too. Like it asked
Better
me
start
if I
spending
wanted,
some of that money at Central Depot.
Well,
I can't-
specifically in the bartending world. So, say that people are slow to start going back out to bars, and I bring you back on as an employee. You work 1 day a week. Suddenly, you're employed again, right? No unemployment for you because you're employed.
Yeah.
And now that 1 day, 2 day a week shift that used to make $100, $200 a shift, you're making $25, $35 because nobody's coming
nobody's
out.
in the place, yeah.
And you've given up your unemployment benefits.
Even to your point, if you were making your maximum because everyone was coming back, you're in the whole 600 from where you were. Mm-hmm. Anyways, yeah.
Well, and also me going back to work. Like I'm working 2 days this coming week. Like when this episode comes out, I've already worked my 2 days.
Right.
But
How'd it
I
go?
can still claim unemployment.
How'd they go? Yeah, how'd they
How'd
go?
they
Yeah,
Yeah. How'd you like work?
but I can still collect unemployment even if I'm working part time. I just have
You have to claim that as
when I do my certification
Yeah,
every
okay.
week. I have to go. I worked 11 hours this week at this many dollars an hour, and then they go, okay, so he got this much money, so take that out of his paycheck and send him this.
Cool. So that's way more sensible of a program than I thought. I haven't seen the paperwork. I haven't seen what that website looks like either.
Well, it's a fucking nightmare. That's
sure.
that's for sure. It took
is
me
a
it took
fucking
me an
nightmare.
entire day.
It's
just
a
to fill
government
it out.
website, is it not?
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
with 4 million people all trying to do the same thing at once.
Jesus.
Did it go well?
It's fine now, but that's because they put
So-
a staggered system.
So
in.
the whole now it's based on Social Security numbers.
yeah, your
It's like-
social security number determines what day you can
Oh
apply.
yeah, I saw that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's like a 30-minute process to fill out the whole form to like file a claim. It's like 30, 45 minutes.
If you're remotely educated.
Every time I'd get to the end, the website would crash and I had to start
Yes.
over.
Yep.
And I had to do that 8 times,
They
7,
make
6,
sure
7, 8
you really
times.
want it. You know?
And I just went, all right,
That's
I'm not
the
doing
way
anything
of-
today. So
that's
I
the
grab
are
my
you
coffee
sure at the end.
take a big drink of coffee and just go restart and just start filling it all out again.
Okay, well.
Crazy.
Well, as far as going back to something we said earlier about like, are the dumb people like living like kings right now versus the smart people that are staying
Are
home?
they always?
Yes, because they don't know any better. Ignorance is
man.
bliss. But I think the smart people are using the time to their benefit. Like the first week or two, mostly just did nothing but read
Calling yourself
comics
smart?
Yes. Reading comics and hanging out with my wife.
Non-Euclidean vocabulary?
I started doing artwork like a motherfucker. Like I get up at 6 or 7 in the morning and pump out like 2 to 4 drawings by, early afternoon, like full drawings, not my sketches. I'm recording some of them and trying to like get a backlog so that I can start a YouTube. And I've been wanting to do a Patreon, but if I get one, I'll probably get like $20 a month from it. So not pie in the sky dreaming, but like I've been using the time to get myself set up so that I can start doing shit that I want to do and not just be stuck at a
I will definitely
coffee
say
house.
I have played more guitar in the last like 4 weeks than I
doubt.
have in I don't know how many years. Like even without having rehearsal, like I probably still increased 70%. Like because I got to the point where I just can't do bullshit anymore. Like I can't. There's just comes a point, maybe for me, maybe not for you guys, but for me, there's a point where I just can't watch Netflix. I just can't.
That's right.
I've got to get away from screens, and I'm just like I can't. I've got to do like clean the house or do something like. Oh my God,
Yeah.
Unless you start watching Outsiders, and then that's 10 episodes, hour a piece that you just won't be able to stop watching.
Outsiders, Ozark. If you want to
Don't-
burn 10 hours. real
Spencer and
quick.
I are getting productive. Don't do this to us.
So you watch The Outsider?
No. But I've heard. But I watched new season of Ozark.
I mean, it's Jason Bateman.
Everybody says it's
Jason
insane.
Bateman directed the first 2 episodes, and like
Really?
you could just tell. Like it's
Oh fuck, he's in that too, isn't he?
He's so good.
watch
so
The Outsider.
dreamy.
If you have HBO and 10 hours to spare,
We all do.
And here's the thing. Some of this has been again. I want to be careful how I say this too,
Right.
because obviously for you, it was way better before all this happened. And in fact, for everybody, it's way better before.
Yeah.
But some of the downtime, I got to say, has been kind of nice.
This
like,
is the vacation we all wanted at the worst possible time.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
With none of
without
the
any
benefit.
warning and no saving. Like I dude, 3 months ago, if you were like, dude, hey Will, check it out. You want a month off? I would be like, what? Yes, like so badly. I
Yes,
want a month off.
Exactly. But that you would have been able to go do other things.
That's right.
Now we're all off and there's no time. There's nothing to do with
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
So it kind of forces you to just like, wait, now I can't.
creative, yeah.
I can't. I've not been just like holed up at home. I've left the house every single day. I've still been working more than full time, But
brag about it.
no.
That's so like you.
I mean, I don't enjoy all the work that I wish I didn't work as
So
much
I
as
talk about
do,
having
you know?
a month off. I've still been working more than 40 hours a week, but
Oh,
to
yeah.
me, that's like vacation time. You know
Exactly,
what I mean? I've
exactly.
got every Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday mostly off.
Which is
That's
insane for you.
unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. I remember coming in and seeing you. And you were just like, what's
so
up?
great.
We work 78
So
days in a
great.
row,
Right, but that's fine. Most Mondays we're closed. So I don't usually work those, but 3 days a week is way better than 1 day a week, and I'm taking advantage of it while I can.
Yeah, I will say I think there's going to some people we'll get into this discussion, but some things are going to start to come back, and it's going to be. I think we're going to miss certain little parts of this. Like when you get out the first time you're stuck in traffic, you're going to go, "Fuck, I missed the streets being clear." The first time that it's congested with people and stuff.
I
Like
feel like it's also going to change people.
Oh, no doubt.
I
hope so.
I've already sensed myself the moment it's like for sure in the clear, and they're like, you can go, everything's open, everything's back to normal. I'm gonna be out a lot more.
really,
Because I spent a month inside. I'm fucking done with
I
inside.
think the opposite is going to happen with the majority of people. I think there's going to be a whole lot more happening from residences and not as many people out as a whole. I think that we'll refer to this as kind of the same way we refer to 9/11, like pre and post 9/11. I think that
This is the next
Pre and
reset,
post
yeah.
COVID.
similar thing.
that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Because the point, what you derive from that is that start like you ever look back at something like that and you go, "Fuck, man! While I was going through it, I had no idea that we'd be talking about it 20
Yeah.
years later." Like.
Yeah, this is a paradigm shift.
Yeah,
We're
well,
It
actively
is.
in.
Yeah.
So the more you can pay attention right now while going through it, I think
Well,
the
and
better.
This was one of my shower thoughts the other day, but I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm in the middle of one of those." Like one of those things,
Yeah.
that like they talk about.
Well, it's
fuck,
like
we're
me
doing
and-
that thing.
It's really surreal.
This
when
is
it hits
that
you.
thing.
Yeah.
And me and Hunter, were young
And then I
enough when
finished.
when 9/11 happened that we didn't notice any kind of big shifts. Like,
Oh, really?
we never flew
Yeah.
on planes before 9/11, so we don't know what
Okay.
that was like.
Well, and I mean,
before and after
was
security was so tight and all the different changes and stuff because we grew up in a post 9/11 world.
Yeah,
Right.
so we were adjusting.
I will say
to,
this: it didn't change everyday life nearly as much as this.
No,
I
not
was
nearly.
I
For
was
us,
already
anyway.
an adult and managing a business and all this kind of stuff when it happened, and it made the world pretty freaky for a couple days, and it was on TV for 2 straight fucking years, but nothing closed. You were still maybe for like one day.
I think it did for one day, and then Bush did his whole like.
Well, and I'm guessing if you were traveling, somebody who traveled a lot, it was probably weird. But just around here locally, life felt pretty normal. It just felt really cathartic. And every time you watch TV, you go, "Fuck."
Every
I
time
was-
Arnold stabbed somebody and like said something, you were like, "Fuck yeah, get him,
Yeah,
get him."
but it wasn't this weird.
No,
It
I
didn't
was a sophomore
affect
in
this
high
many
school.
people.
I think definitely a sophomore in high school, and I remember, being really tripped out for about a week and feeling suddenly unsafe.
Yeah.
But that was kind of all. Like, my day to day didn't change.
Yeah.
I imagine it will a lot more now.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't even imagine what this is going to look like on the other side.
It's going to be weird.
I'm hoping that I know I'm wrong, but I'm hoping that the movement outside stays where it's at now, like comparably.
What do you
Like
mean?
that people like it doesn't get congested again. I know.
I will.
But
Quit having dreams.
I gotta say, it is pretty nice. And again, I don't wish anything bad on anybody, but like having been out, going to the store, driving to and from work, like it's just so peaceful. Which I get, it comes at an extreme cost, and that may be a very selfish thought for me to have, but. Again, we're all having only one experience, and that's our own experience. Like, you got to remember that like you're having it, and some of the things are the similar, or some of the things are how am I fucking trying to say it?
connotation aside, a selfish thing is not necessarily the same as a wrong thing.
Well, at some point you have to manage your own experience, and you can either do that by thinking everything's fucking horrible and you get a shitty attitude, or you can go, well,
I got home 10 minutes quicker.
or look at the good things, just the opportunity to look around and not feel like. One thing that I've gotten out of this whole thing is I've been able to relax a little bit, and just in terms of like, I don't feel like I'm always missing something. I'm really bad about that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really bad about because I work a lot, and then I feel like the minute I get off work, I need to go do a million things.
FOMO, dude.
We're in the same
Because
boat.
I'm missing every. Seriously, every night of the week, like that, I don't go to Central Depot. I'm
Sure.
like, who's down there?
Right.
What's going on? Who could I have talked to? Who am I missing? What conversation did I miss out on? I feel guilty for being tired and going home. And now I just kind of feel like, well, that's the thing to do. So I've actually calmed down a lot because I know there's nothing to do but go home.
Yeah.
And I'm going to miss some of that too. But at the same time, this is not how life works. Humans are just not these type of creatures. At the end of the day, humans are social, and you need a type of a social aspect to survive. Like, we're going to have to find a way to like connect again,
Well, I think it's going to bring people together.
I hope so.
I think people are going to get along a lot more after this because it's going to be like, man, I don't care what words come out of your mouth because what just happened 2 months ago is fucking scary.
Here's what we're forgetting. All of us are forgetting. There's a fucking election in November, okay?
Yeah.
So no matter how together we seem in the next month,
We will be divided
just
in 6
wait
months.
because this shit's going to get bad. Because our candidates are Donald Trump and a rapist, So it's like, a rapist and a pedophile. That's funny. Isn't that funny?
and
Isn't that funny?
everybody's going to fight over the virus too. Do you realize what
Isn't
a
that
big part
awesome?
of the election it's going to be? Like,
yeah.
you didn't handle the virus well, or you wouldn't have handled the virus as well. Like, it's going to.
Yeah.
The first thing I said, don't politicize the virus. They're going to. It's going to suck. And look, let me just wrap up on my only
You mean
final
you think
thoughts. Everybody's waiting. They're about to reopen everything, or start reopening things, and
Who knows? By
half
time
the
this comes
fucking
out,
people-
fucking weird.
half the people are waiting to go, look, everybody's sick. I told you so. And the other half of the people are waiting to go, ha, nobody got sick. I told you so.
Right.
Yep.
Everybody's waiting to say, I told you so.
Yep.
So no matter what happens, you're going to have all this finger pointing.
Yeah, man.
And all this fucking posturizing. And I would just implore, I believe that our listeners are better than that. And I know everybody has their opinions, and it's fine. But if you could just, through this whole thing, whatever happens when they start opening things, maybe look at how you can help.
Yeah.
That's my only. If I could challenge our listeners to do one thing, is to, instead of going, see, I was right, or finding a meme or some numbers that support your platform, maybe just go, well, what can I do to help? Like, more people are getting sick. Do I need to help somebody? Can I take somebody food? Can I do this?
Yep.
Can I do anything to make things safer? Little things like this.
Yep.
I'll give you an example. I was getting gas the other day, and they say the gas pumps are super dirty, and so I had a Clorox wipe, and I was wiping mine off, and and by the way, gas is like $1 a gallon right now. Yeah. So I was like, holy shit, I'm filling up. And while I was filling up, I saw a little old guy at a pump near me, and I went over there. I go, dude, you want me to wipe off? He didn't have gloves or anything like that. I go, hey, and I wiped off his handle and the pump and the buttons and everything. And I wiped off while I was filling my car up, I just wiped off all the handles and all the buttons with the Clorox wipe, and I threw it away. So anything you can do.
And then he kicked me in the nuts.
Yeah, then he fucking mugged me.
He said, get out of here, commie.
I was freaking rippersnapper.
I was like, you're strong as fuck for an old guy.
Harris in the war.
Yeah, so then I
He had a
injected
MAGA hat and a Feel the Burn shirt.
Yeah.
You're like, wow,
Yeah,
I felt
man.
so confused.
Why are you so angry?
I tricked him. He let me inject him with bleach.
But chug that
Shyamalan
bleach.
twist.
Yeah.
He was
Hey,
hoping they'd get
man.
rid of his liver spots.
On that note, so I've experienced firsthand how this is good. This is going to be
Okay,
me
good.
saying a good
Good,
thing. Just how positive of an effect this is happening culturally, especially in the service industry. I've never seen suddenly everybody in the service industry have each other's back the way they do right now. It's been
that's
really
nice.
cool to watch.
100%.
Yeah, it's been really cool to watch.
And again, I've mainly observed that on social media, but I've seen it. And the thing is that social media itself is a virus, far worse than coronavirus. But you have to consider the source. So every time I see you post something or somebody that I trust, I know that I can trust that source.
Man, it's been really easy for me to focus on the negative because there are so many negative aspects of this. I've been ranting for weeks now about this, the loan distribution and how so many big businesses are receiving loans that are meant for small businesses, and it's ruining my fucking day. And then, it's just whatever it is that day that I'm so upset about. But underneath all of that, man, it's been really cool just seeing everybody help each other.
Well, because at the end of the day, that's about all you can do during a crisis.
Yeah.
Is go, well, fucking, how can I help?
Yeah.
So I don't know. We hope that everybody's safe. And I hope that you guys will go to Central Depot immediately. Not just when it reopens, but go there and get some takeout.
Yeah, you can do that now.
Take out, or we buy a gift card.
Ooh, I'm going to get Chinese food tonight.
We like that. Chinese food from Central Depot? That's so nice of you.
Yeah, if you want to order it, I'll pick it
so
up
much.
from you.
He's like, speaking of Central Depot, I'm going to get Chinese food.
Well, I
Fuck
also
you.
live 40 minutes away from downtown.
I don't know, how was that tie
No,
in?
they deliver. They deliver.
Speaking of locally
We'll
owned
deliver it to
restaurants,
you.
I'm going to get P.F. Chang's delivered.
No, not P.F. Chang's. I'm going to get a locally owned Chinese restaurant.
Yeah,
That's
Mandarin
right
House.
down from my house.
We stop with that? What are you doing?
Zoo Gardens.
It's on North Peters, isn't it?
South Peters.
Oh, get it straight. The other side of Kingston Pike.
Yeah.
My
Calm down.
apologies. It's across the fucking street, okay? It's really good.
Yeah. It's right there next to Monster Deli, which has the best Italian in West Knoxville.
Monster Deli is the best Italian food in
No,
West
best
Knoxville.
Italian club. Italian sandwich.
I was like, wow. What the fuck's going on out here in West Knoxville?
I don't
It's
know.
the best Italian food in West Knoxville. It's this deli up the road.
If Facebook has taught me anything, it's that downtown is the only place that you can get anything, and West Knoxville can go fuck off.
That's right. Yeah, I'm
No.
surprised you didn't know that.
No, I live in West Knoxville. I have places I like to support here,
You know what you can get in West Knoxville? A Bed Bath & Beyond.
and a Verizon Wireless.
Yeah, man. That's about it. Oh, there's a Walmart out here, I hear.
Yeah. Other
Certainly.
than that,
Not
it's just
free.
car dealerships and
White
and
people.
houses.
What? There's tons of white people.
Yeah.
bunch
Hey,
of old
do you know
folk.
what there's nothing of out here? Homeless people. So I have this idea, right?
Why do you think I live out here?
I know. So
I don't
this,
get hit up for
I have
dollars.
this idea. This might not be politically correct, but
Go for it.
Knoxville needs to start taking better care of its homeless people. Fact, period. End of discussion there.
Right.
I don't
agree.
have a solution, and none of us do.
Nope.
But the fact is, we need to start taking a better job. Now, so I have this idea.
Ooh, I can't
because
wait.
most of the money in Knoxville.
I feel like I'm gonna
is
laugh
in-
at this, but
is in
everybody's
West
gonna
Knoxville.
hate it.
Is that fair to say? A lot of the money in Knoxville is in West Knoxville.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
It's a deep Farragut. So I want to start. I want to start paying the homeless people. Like, hey man, here's $20. Get in my car, and I'm going to take you to this park. And it's really clean, and it's not overrun, and it's nice. And I'm going to start moving homeless people to that park on Campbell Station.
And you know what's going to happen?
What?
Is cops are going to pick him up and John Rambo him back
No,
downtown.
no, dude. But we'll get vans. We'll I'll fucking get arrested for human trafficking or something. But we'll get vans. We'll get all the old vans, and just load them up with our friendly hobo neighbors and start bringing them out here to West Knoxville to let the rich old white women deal with. Dude, their homeless population will be cleaned up in a week.
They'd actually
Yeah,
probably
they'd be
bake 'em
back
cookies.
downtown.
You think? Hey,
They would just basically you would see West Knoxville take a big broom and just brush it back underneath the downtown
I would
rug.
imagine that the homeless people would enjoy it. I mean,
dude, they love it. Oh my god, are you kidding me? So specifically that park on Campbell Station, you know the one I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay,
It's-
so
yes.
what do homeless people love? The fucking Weigels, right? So there's a Weigels right there on the corner. They can fill their big cups.
dude, he's really thought about this.
Dude, no, every day. Every day.
He's been
Because
on 3 days a week.
I operate a bar inside a homeless camp. Okay? Both sides of me are a homeless camp.
Now, I've been told several times that I need to take into consideration their side of the story. How do you feel about that?
I see what you're trying to do to me. Fact of the matter is, we don't know all of their stories. A lot of homeless people.
Actually, I've just been yelled at by a mutual person,
Well,
and I would just love to hear your input.
A lot of people who are homeless are choosing to be there. A lot of people who are homeless don't know they are. Okay, because mental health issues are a thing, and
the opioid crisis is a
and we
crisis.
don't take care of our vets the way we should. But
All
there
true.
are
All
also
true.
some homeless people. And I have one. I have a homeless person named Todd. Okay, he's my friend.
He's like an indentured servant.
Yeah. I've got him in my trunk right now. No, man.
Todd, my boy.
Todd became my friend. Todd's this guy that hangs out around the bar. Okay.
Okay.
He's a younger dude. He's about 26 years old. I've got him on Facebook because he has a Facebook that he uses from his cell phone. And so he hangs out at the bar all the time. He just comes around. He'll come in, he'll ask for a soda, and he'll leave. This is how it started. And then over time, Todd comes in and asks for $1, right? And then Todd comes in and asks for $5 for his medication. Todd needs more stuff over time. 2 years into it, Todd's like, bro, I'm addicted to heroin. And I was like, we know, Todd. This is obvious. And I was like, everybody in the room.
You look
knows
sleepy
that.
all the time.
You look, but Todd openly is like, I don't want to work, and I'm good with my way of life right now because he enjoys doing heroin, and he enjoys not having to worry about the things that I have to worry about, which are paying bills and answering to people, and I don't know, getting up some days. Right? It's homeless is a better option for some people. That doesn't make it okay, but it's a fact.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
is. So, what were you trying to lure me into?
I just want to know why I'm such an asshole for not giving $1.
Oh, because you're just a dick.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's fine. Because your white privilege is just fucking spewing forth.
I
Look at your
guess.
ball. He's a skinhead. You look like a Nazi.
Yeah, I know. That's what everyone tells me. They're like, give that guy $1,
No,
and I'm like,
no.
well, why? And they're like, because you're a Nazi if you don't.
No, man. Here's why. Because you've worked downtown.
Yeah.
Okay. For a while, and you
5
see
years.
the same person over and over and over asking for $1. There's not enough dollars in the world to get some of these people off their asses, and that's fine. $1 will help some of these people.
I've also bought food for these people and then watched them return it for the cash value.
I've heard you go on about this,
Fucking Subway.
but I feel like
Fucking Subway,
But I
man.
feel
They'll-
like that is such a rarity. That
Will's like,
is
"I've heard
a
this
huge
rant."
minority. I feel like I deal with a very specific kind of homeless where I am in Knoxville. I'm right next to the bus station,
Where
so
they're
I
getting
see
dropped off.
I see the transient homeless people, right? The people who are at least trying to do something about their situation for the most part. They're like, oh, this is so fucking awful. Every homeless person has a plan, you know? They're like, yeah, it's tomorrow, man. It's tomorrow. I got a guy up the road. He's got a job for me. I'm going to start tomorrow. Whenever they're talking to you, it never happens.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, no. The point is, like,
I'm a Nazi?
So this person, yeah, well, you are.
Oh,
Look
okay,
at you again. If I don't know the person, and there's also something to be said for like just screening the person, you know, like the way they approach you says a lot.
Track marks.
Just because a person's addicted to something does not mean they're not going to use that to their advantage, right?
That's fair.
That money you give them. I can love heroin and still be working to better
You
myself.
trying to tell us something, Will?
No,
Oh,
but
okay.
why? Do you have any heroin?
Anyway,
He's going to put
Guys,
it
thank
in
you
the
for joining us for another episode of the Beacon House Podcast.
thank you very much to our guest, Will. Wait,
ceiling. Bolduc.
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 Because we're in America.
Bolduc.
Bolduc. It's Bolduc.
Bolduc.
Yeah.
I still think of you as Will Christ.
You gotta say it like
I always
droopy
will.
from the
I died
like
for your
from.
sins.
I always will.
A lot of people don't know what my actual last name is still.
They still
because
think
of
you're
that.
Will Christ?
Matt McAllister. Some people I
I thought
knew
you
for
were
years.
Will Christ for a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't know any better.
I love it. I love it.
I had this weird stage name that Matt Wantland gave to me because John Christ was Glenn
Was it
Danzig's
Wantland? I
guitar-
thought
no.
Ross gave you
It
that
was,
name.
I think it was Wantland.
Fuck.
I think it was Wantland.
You guys. Huh?
Dude, I was the same way though. It's true. Wore
Anyway.
a lot of eyeliner.
We love everyone. Thanks for coming by, Will.
Hey, no problem, man.
Hey, you guys see my Doc Martens?
Oh my.